Welcome, everyone, anyone out there. Are you still awake? Because I am, and we're here live on Pulse Fight Club tonight. After I don't know what to call this fight with Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. Entertaining. There was some drama. In case you're wondering, you haven't seen it, you don't know. Anthony Joshua with the sixth round, technically TKO over Jake Paul, stopped him. He hit him with a vicious 1-2 that ended the fight after Jake Paul ran 75 to 85% of the fight. Was on that bike from go. I think he hit Joshua clean maybe 3 or 4 times in the fight, but he really was just running. I think he gassed himself out from his nervous energy and running and running and running, adding some good body work from Joshua, and you get a sixth round stoppage. Uh, Clean. At the end of the day, there's levels, and this was still a mismatch. This was still not not really close. There was never a moment where it seemed like Jake Paul might win. It was just intrigue because what happens if he lands, but he never landed. We were just here to watch him run and do what he does, and it was entertaining. It was a show. Like I said, he uh, he put on a performance. He came out with the Hulk Hogan gear because I guess he's a true American. I guess that's what we were going for. He came out with Takashi 69 to do his intro, which again, hey, do what you want, do what you want with it. But at the end of the day, Anthony Joshua showed that there's levels to this and put on a pretty good performance. The co-main event, good technical fight. Alicia Bumgarner just, she was just better. Again, that's the theme of the night is levels. There's just levels to it. Anderson Silva knocking out Tyron Woodley in the second round. There's levels to this. The theme that I took for this is levels. That's the theme. That's the lesson for tonight. There's levels, and you don't play boxing. I won't. I think Jake Paul did try. He is, he has some boxing talent. He knows how to box. He knows how to throw some hooks, some jabs, and he knows how to get on that bike and run. And hey, kudos to him for getting that bag. If Dylan was here, I would probably tell him our favorite Jake Paul line. He got us again. He got us again. But that was entertaining. Joshua will now move on to fight uh, Tyson Fury, more than likely in March, probably March or April ish. They'll fight. I don't know what's next for Jake Paul. I don't know what fighter or non fighter or who, I don't know who he'll come out and fight next. I'm sure whatever it is, he'll market it. He'll market the hell out of it, and we will probably all be watching. So kudos to him. Kudos. I mean, it was still made a lot of money tonight. So good job. Good job. I'm here. Won't be on too too long. We'll recap. Also, the college football playoff started tonight. Alabama pulled off. I mean, I don't even know pull off. They were down 17-0, and then before you could blink, it was tied at halftime, and then they won 34-24 on the road in Oklahoma. Stunning, really what they pulled off down in Norman. Everything was going against them in that game. That whole game changed on a muff punt. Everything just went downhill for Oklahoma after that. But at the college football playoff pop off tonight, we got 3 more games tomorrow, including my Miami Hurricanes playing in less than 12 hours now, about 11 hours against Texas A&M. Just pray for my boys. We're gonna go down there and shock the world. We're gonna go down there and shock the world. Tulane is gonna play Ole Miss. JMU had good luck to them against Oregon, which some people I've heard think that could be the upset of the weekend. I don't know about that one, but everything's possible. That's why they play the game. Wouldn't have thought that Alabama would have came back 17 down, and it happened. So anything's possible. We'll be here to recap it next week on special live episode Tuesday. Alabama now moves on to play Indiana. We're going to learn about Indiana in about a week. So, but again, if you're just joining us, Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua post-fight. Joshua with the TKO in round 6. Was it really that close? I think Jake Paul maybe won a round. Maybe. Maybe got a round in. But Joshua just outclassed him from start to finish. Moving, he cut the ring off. Jake Paul clearly was going to be on his bike all night, and it just did not work. It just did not work. He eventually slowed down and got caught. And once he got caught, he was done. I think he gassed himself out. He might have started cramping. He did this weird thing with his leg, and I think the 4th round, 3rd or 4th round. But that was after him grabbing and holding and falling all over the place during the fight. And he really should have gotten a point taken away. I think some of those grabs that he was doing was also knockdowns that didn't get called because he was grabbing and falling after getting punched, which is a knockdown also. So there was just there was a lot going on. He probably actually got knocked down probably like 3 or 4 times, but I think it'll go in the record books as only twice. So he can hold his hat on that. He can hold his hat on the fact that he went 6 rounds with former heavyweight gold medal winning boxer. So he said in the post fight that he thinks his jaw was broken, which wouldn't surprise me. That last punch, that last 1-2 that he took, turned the lights out. That was a hell of a combo. And it landed flat. It was really the cleanest he got hit all night, and he was done after that. So Anthony Joshua goes to show you that there's levels to this. Like I said, the theme of the night was there's levels to all of this. The pre-fight, the undercard fights, the main event, everything was just showing that there's levels to this. And you don't play boxing. You better be ready to fight, because you get in there with someone that's levels above you, you're gonna be in trouble. Anthony Joshua showed that he's levels above Jake Paul. He'll now go fight Tyson Fury, which will be a good fight. Fury hasn't fought in a while. This was a good warm-up fight for Joshua, believe it or not. I think this was a good way to get in there, get some rounds, move around the ring a little bit. get your rhythm back before you go fight Tyson Fury, because that's going to be one of the biggest fights in boxing, and definitely one of the biggest fights in British boxing history. So, and it'll probably be a de facto eliminator fight to fight Usyk one last time for either one of them. But anyway, good fight, decent card. I thought we were doing good on time, and then it took forever for the main event to start. So the fight didn't end until it's 1 o'clock Eastern time right now, which is why those of you on the East Coast with me, don't stick around too long. We won't be on much longer. We won't we won't be on long because I got work in the morning, and it's T Severe with another classic line, because that was very, very similar. I don't know if quite had that moment when Homer said, "I've got to knock him out," and then got punched on the top of the head, which was hilarious. Paul tried. He threw a couple of those overhand rights. He landed one. I swear I saw him land the biggest punch he had all night. And Logan Paul, who was being a great big brother, just up yelling, trying to be encouraging, trying to hype his brother up, yelled something when the punch landed. And I saw Anthony Joshua get hit, look at Logan Paul, that smile, and then hit Jake Paul, which to me is just the epitome of there's levels to this. There's just Joshua was never in trouble at any point in this fight. There was never a moment where he was in any actual danger. While I do think Jake Paul hits hard, he's a cruiserweight. He's really a light heavyweight masquerading as a cruiserweight, but he's a light heavyweight, and he just does not hit hard enough to worry Joshua in any aspect. And we saw that tonight. Joshua was bigger, stronger, better, more skilled. It was a mismatch. It was a mismatch. And was classy. Like I said, he carried you for a little bit, then said thank you for the check, and went about his business. I thought they were saying on the pre-show that they thought that fight was going to go for like 2, 3 rounds. I predicted Joshua to knock him out in 4, but it went 6. And I knew at the beginning of that fight, the way Paul was running, that this was not going to be over. This wasn't going to be over quick, because he was running way too much, and you still have to be careful and still set everything else up. And I mean, he did that. He did that. Good for him. We move on. Probably the next Pulse Fight Club will probably be Tyson Mayweather. Probably. Maybe. I don't know when that fight's going to happen, though, but maybe Fury Joshua also could get a Pulse Fight night. But, yeah, I mean, all in all, I would say this was a good night for boxing. The boxing purists that are tired of Jake Paul got what they wanted. Jake got beat up a little bit. He did get knocked out, but all in all, the boxing purists got what they wanted. Most fans got what they wanted. It was a fairly entertaining outside of the first couple rounds when Jake was just running. Decent fight. Good night. As I was saying earlier, Alabama winning against Oklahoma after being down 17-0. Oklahoma had it and they let it go. And Dylan will appreciate this, because we were sitting right here last year when we were writing the obituary for Ryan Day, and then Ohio State just went on an epic run, and I don't know. Hopefully, this could be the start of something for Alabama. This Alabama team is good enough to go on a little bit of a run. They got Indiana next in the Rose Bowl, and then they're on the same side of the bracket as Oregon. So, I mean, the pathway is there. The pathway is there. Yes, Severe. I'm actually going to check out that Chappelle stand up as soon as I sign off here. As soon as I sign off here, going to check out what Dave talking about. I'm sure it's funny. Go to sleep with a smile on my face. Jake Paul got knocked out pretty good. Chappelle for the nightcap. It's a good night. It's a good night. What's up, Christy? I agree. I think everyone was waiting and hoping to see Jake Paul get knocked out, and then most people got what they wanted tonight. They got what they wanted because he got his jaw broke, he got dropped, he looked sloppy. It was, if you are a Jake Paul hater, tonight was a good night. It was a good night. So good fight, good night. Dylan not showing up to work is crazy, but I will take the blame for this. I should have had my laptop with me. And with that, you know what? We're going to take a quick break. Everyone, stay tuned. I'll be back to wrap this up, give some predictions for the games tomorrow. The college football games tomorrow. I'll give some predictions, and then we'll wrap this up. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right. Back. Let's while we're here, while I have this platform, let me quickly talk about John Cena. John Cena retirement match last week. Tearjerker for many. I was not one of those many. He went out. I predicted that he would go out with an L. I thought he might tap out, and he did. And I know a lot of the IWC is upset. They hate Triple H. A lot of people on the internet just want to complain all the time. So this was the right way for John to go out. He put Gunther over. He's made Gunther the big bad in the WWE now because he tapped out John Cena. So I don't have a problem with it. I wish he would have. The tap out was a little weird the way he did it. If he was going to look into the camera and look into our souls like that, he could have at least been like, "I'm sorry," or "It's okay," or something like that, instead of just the sly smile, light tap out, and that's it. But that's me nitpicking. I thought it was done good. I thought the whole night was good, showcasing. You could tell who the future of WWE is going to be. Thought it was a good night. Thought it was a good night. Cena got the flowers he deserves. Not my GOAT, but definitely a GOAT. Definitely one of those ones. And kudos to John Cena for all that he's done over these 20-something years of hustle, loyalty, respect, and all that jazz. As he moves on, as he moves on to his movie career, in terms of early predictions for WWE for match of the year, I think Cena Styles is match of the year, followed by Cena and Cody at SummerSlam. I know AEW loves to put on Spot Fest, and they've had some incredible moments, but I just think the cinema of those two matches were the cream of the crop this year. We're going to talk about the college football playoff. Obviously, I'm repping my Hurricanes tomorrow. Going to go into the Beast and find a way to get this win over Texas A&M. I think Ole Miss, while it won't be pretty, will get a win against Tulane, and I think Oregon will win by at least 3 touchdowns. So Miami, Ole Miss, Oregon are the picks for tomorrow. Make sure to hit that like, share, subscribe button. Follow us so you know when we come on live. Hopefully next time we come on live, it won't be at 1 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully I won't have to step away. But join us. You know where to find us. All the social platforms. And I'm going to call it a night because it's late and I need to go to bed. Nobody showed up for work. Those of you who came and joined in, thank you. Appreciate it. Anyone that's going to listen to this after the fight, like tomorrow, all love. Leave some comments below. I'm Big Mike. Have a good night.